All right, sounds good, Zekro. Thank you very much, and take it easy. Hope you have a good one. The chair is a bit quiet in general, 420. My last chair was not so quiet, but it made this really weird squeaking noise. I couldn't really understand what he was saying.
But Dr. Cortex.
Yo, what's going on, Game Pro? And yo, welcome and thank you. I'm glad you're enjoying it so far. Thank you for the good luck as well. How are you doing today? Let's just improve my PB and thus world record, but the cat got on the desk. Man, the cat strats. Although the cat strats are adorable, they seem a little slow. Oh no, that's not good, Let's Play. Hopefully it's an easy fix, for that matter. Hopefully it is an easy fix indeed. Cool. Sweet. I didn't realize it was that good. So what is happening with Steam right now, Let's Play? Dang. It sounds like it's weird because it doesn't sound like it would be excuse me. It's weird because like you would think that if the cat was on the desk, like you could definitely just pick it up and move it down, but sometimes they can be defiant and they can find ways to make themselves shielded off from the human, getting them away from where they are. What an improvement on Insanity Beach, exactly. It's only fitting to call it that. Tuesdays are official days for them to work and update stuff. Ah, I didn't notice that. So yeah, it being a Tuesday, that can definitely happen. Could be a maintenance period for that matter. I never knew that either. So that's definitely news to me. Oh, it has no load screens. I see. Yeah, that would definitely make it hard. I didn't realize the game had like 0 load screens. You either take like a few seconds to pick up the cat and put it down, or you just hope that things get better. And that won't cause a problem. If only there were a third hand for such occasions. Right, and definitely if you're on PC too and you've got a solid state as well, then you definitely won't have very many load screens. It's the same thing for like Duke Nukem 3D. Like on a modern computer, there's 0 load times in between levels. It's crazy. Yeah, unlike this game where we can basically just have a conversation during the load screens and it's not even a problem. Not that it's a problem anyway, but you know. Oh, okay. That was interesting. Very interesting indeed. Double invincibility. It just feels so broken to run over top of pits. That feeling just does not get old for some reason. Oh, I thought I could jump over it. Can you get over that? I actually don't know if you can make it over that one spike that keeps getting in my way. I really have no clue. Nice gold split, though. Summer Best has officially gone down by 1 second. It's something, though. I'll definitely take it. Oops. That backfired. Jumped right into an obstacle on the side. It's all good, though. Usually the boulder does not catch up to you in this level. In Boulder Dash it can. But in this level, normally isn't a problem. Is there a reason for spinning after landing? Yes. It actually basically buffers an animation where if you jump and land, Crash like kind of starts running again, which slows you down a little bit. If you spin, it just skips it. The effect is more noticeable when you have invincibility, where you can really see Crash kind of propel forward. But it does help to a lesser degree when you don't have invincibility. And it only saves like a fraction of a second, but over time, it definitely adds up the more you do it. I'm not always in the best habit of doing it depending on the level. So you might see in some levels I do it more than others. Just because I'm not like, it hasn't become totally second nature yet. Usually on levels where the platforming is more difficult, it's harder to think about that. The one exception is actually going up slopes. Going up slopes, you want to not spin jump. Spin jumping actually slows you down. In original Crash 1, it's faster, but not here. Here it is, in fact, slower. Do 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 do. All right. Successful upstream. Similar to the buffering of the slide spin jump in Crash 2. I guess the glitch high jump in Crash 2 is a little bit different because it basically kind of adds more on top of your jump animation. So it allows you to go a little bit higher and a little bit farther. I'm not quite sure it's the same. Welcome back, Sonic. I did, as a matter of fact. The time you see is a brand new PB. Long time coming. Long time coming for sure. And hopefully many more, for that matter. Or one really big one. Would also be fine, too. We'll just have a perfect run and get the 151. And get the recce, but that's probably not going to happen. Definitely not without great gate skip. That definitely becomes more important the faster and faster you go, for sure. What is the great gate skip? If you jump on a certain section of the exit portal, just kind of like the original great gate skip in Crash 1 before they found the out of bounds strat, it won't actually trigger you exiting the level. So if you jump on that in that like basically on that dead zone on the platform, then you can jump around to the other side of the platform without entering the exit portal, and then do the same thing essentially, and then you can skip the yellow gem, so you can then just jump over to the other side. So it's basically a modified version of the original great gate skip strat for Crash 1. It's a bit tricky. It's a tight window. I still haven't successfully pulled it off yet, but that allows you to not need to revisit great gate and saves quite a bit of time. The reason why I don't do it is because I have not been able to do it. I haven't figured out the sweet spot of doing the great gate jump. And until I feel like I'm comfortable with it, I don't want to start resetting runs to the great gate skip. Because if you don't get the great gate skip, you basically have to reset, because you end up having to... You basically end up having to... you go out of your way to do the bonus in the level, so you lose time over not doing the skip, and... you lose time over not doing the skip, and then... Trying to think what else. Well, you know what I mean. It's slower. It's slower if you don't get it. So if you ever have a run where you get the great gate skip, that definitely changes the run dramatically. Dude, that's hilarious, God Sonic. Just be like, just keep turning up the music like, what? I can't hear you complaining. If I can't hear you complaining, there's definitely not a problem. The invincibility one, for example. Yeah, when you get the invincibility, it does make you go slower, and that's why, or you do lose time by waiting for the animation. And slide spinning is not that much different from running with invincibility in those two games. So you'll actually see in some levels you'll avoid third mass form because you net lose time by breaking open that box, for example. It's a little bit weird because ordinarily you just want third mass form all the time. Right, exactly. If you are gonna try great gate skip, you want to be on the short side, because if you die, that's okay. Your checkpoint is right there because you've done the bonus. But if you exit, then you got a problem. If you exit the level, that's when the run is over. You're probably still gonna have that happen occasionally anyway, but it's better to die than to exit the level if you're going for that skip. The jump seems effortless now. Still the same effort, but we're executing pretty well today. It definitely has not gotten easy, but we've gotten better at it. Absolutely. So it's kind of weird, Tiptoe, how like sometimes you want third mass form in Crash 2 and 3 and sometimes you don't. It depends on the number of obstacles in your way. But in Crash 1, you want it all the time. Invincibility in Crash 1 is awesome. After 2 years, Xbox One finally has Spotify. Hey! I'm a bit surprised about that because Windows, of course, has had Spotify for a while. That's quite surprising to me. Is Spotify even on PS4? I don't know, actually, if there's a Spotify app on the PS4. The use of Spotify on Xbox, if you got a party going or something, I don't know. You can probably run Spotify in the background to listen to music while you play video games, which is pretty awesome. And that's probably what most people would use it for in that case. That's what I would use it for, mainly, if I had an Xbox One. It's been on PS4 since day one? Oh, man. Come on, Microsoft. What were you doing? What were you even doing, Microsoft? What's up, Emeli, by the way? How you doing? I never really poked around to see if there was a Spotify app on the PS4. I don't think I even have the Twitch app installed on my PS4, but that's because my PS4 is in the same place as my computer. So I'm pretty much just going to watch Twitch on the PC anyway. So I'm not exactly in the market for that sort of thing. Yo, Cole Chris, what's happening? What's up, Raffy boy? Indeed, we broke the sub 2-hour barrier, which is awesome. Feels good to break through that wall. And what's going on, Mitch? How you doing? What is Microsoft's own Spotify again? I don't remember. Don't remember what it's called. Nope. Not gonna be that greedy. Good playing Crash 2? Nice. Insane Trilogy or original? Groove and Xbox Music? Oh, okay. For some reason I thought it was Zune, but then I realized that Zune is their, like, media player type thing. I'm not even sure if the Zune is a thing anymore. NST, gotcha. How far into the game are you? Did not like my first jump, so I thought I would try again. Xbox Music is only on Xbox and Windows Phone? Interesting. I don't know. I feel like it doesn't hurt to have it on like regular Windows, but I don't know. Zune isn't a thing anymore? Okay. Because I remember, like, back when I was a kid, the Zune had just come out as a competitor to the iPod Video, and I thought about getting a Zune, but ultimately, excuse me. Sorry, guys. Ultimately, settled on an iPod, and was glad I did. So they do not make any iPods at all now. It's all just iPhones. Like, not even iPod Touches, green, red. Doing gold relics? Nice. I wish you good luck with that. Crash 2 time trials are pretty tough, especially in the late game. But you got this. They still make iPod Touch and Shuffle? Okay. Yeah, I wonder if they are going to stop making those, because I feel like the market for just an iPod as opposed to an iPhone, I feel like it keeps shrinking and shrinking. I do have a newer iPod Classic, though. I have an iPod Video and a Classic that I got much later on because I wanted a bigger, basically a bigger iPod, one that stored more music. At the time, memory on iPhones was really expensive, so I ended up just getting an iPod Shuffle, or sorry, getting an iPod Classic before I ended up getting an iPhone. I suppose that's what the C in 5C stands for, Casataco. Oops. Oh, good thing I didn't spin that away. That would have sucked. They discontinued the shuffle yesterday? Wow. So it was a thing. And you can probably get a good deal on one if you want an iPod Shuffle. Or if you want to buy one as a gift. Oh, you mean a 5S. Gotcha. Might as well get a 5S at this point. I don't really know what the benefits would be to get a newer iPod Touch. iPod stuff is really expensive now because it's discontinued. I'd imagine that like the second-hand market or like accessories would be kind of expensive because suddenly they're just not going to be made anymore. But at the same time, I feel like if anything, Apple just wants to get rid of them. Unless they already don't have a problem selling them as is. What's going on, Ukulele? How you doing? Good to see you today. Okay, do I have 2 masks? I don't remember. That's the first thing I want to check. So we can do the fast strat. Have been producing them in mass quantities for a while. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure exactly. I feel like if they have a lot of them, which they probably don't, then they would be cheaper. But I could see them being expensive if the supply is just not there. Nope, only 1 mask. That's okay. Oh no, dude, rip. Oh, I thought I would get cute and try to save a couple seconds, but I probably shouldn't have. I should have just done it. I should have just done it the normal way I do it. Ouch. That's okay though. It's okay, we'll just do it like that the second time around. We'll lose some time, but what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, I was gonna say, like, I basically stream all my music now, except for some stuff I already, already had, in my collection, from before streaming music got popular. Glad you're doing well, though, Ukulele. The run's going pretty good so far. Splits are green, which is definitely a good sign, and hopefully they stay that way. But feeling good overall. It depends, Evolves. It depends on how busy the mods are. Sometimes it can get approved right away, especially if one of the mods happens to watch your run live. But other times, it can take a day and a half, something like that. But they're usually pretty quick about it, and that's why there's multiple mods. Because if one person's busy, another person can, basically pick it up for them. No, we're over the weather. Ukulele, we're flying high, man. How cheap are we talking, green red? Sounds like an Android user, Casataco. Cool, I made that cycle. That's pretty nice. Down here. That works out really nice. 8GB Nano under $70. I mean, that's still like a cheap iPod. Like, especially if you consider like grandparents, for example. If they want to move on to digital music, like 8GB is probably fine, for their purposes. And I could definitely see that being a thing for, older generation too. And it's more intuitive to use than a smartphone, where they might, get really confused by some things. I suppose the real question to ask is, why not, Peter? If vinyls are pretty expensive, actually, they definitely turn into collector's items. And vinyls they used to be, obsolete, and now they're cool again. I almost wonder if VHSs will end up being the same way. Like, if all of a sudden VCRs and VHS players will become valuable. I don't know about that. Vinyl definitely has some advantages over other forms of media with regard to, like, audio quality. But if it has enough collector's appeal, even if it's not as good, it could become a thing. Oh yeah, the cover display. Yeah, I never had a Nano. I always had one of the bigger iPods, but the Nanos are really cool. Or at least they were really cool back in the day when they first came out. Some albums actually coming out on tapes now. That's pretty cool. Does it tend to be like more hipster music, or is it some like big albums that are actually coming out on tapes? Yeah, I think definitely at certain points in the production run of iPods and like iPhones and stuff, the quality of materials can go up and down. They change suppliers, they change processes, it doesn't come out as well, or it comes out better. You know, it could come out improved for that matter. Really? That's kind of cool, actually. Did not expect some of the bigger names to do it, especially J. Cole and Logic. They're actually two of my favorite rappers out there. I remember because I went to the same college. Because I went to University of Maryland, and Logic, when he was coming up, used to do performances all the time at the school. And I remember back when he was, you know, just kind of getting started, and then to watch him, you know, to watch him explode basically was really cool. Was not expecting a best seg on the Lost City, I gotta say. I will take it. That's a pretty healthy one, too. I think it's a 4-second gold split. Waiting for him to come to Australia? It's only a matter of time. It's only a matter of time, I think. But yeah, Logic is definitely one of my favorite rappers. Used to live 30 minutes from you in Cali? Really? Dude, that's awesome. I don't actually know where he lives now, for that matter. Yes, I did, Dicte. I studied mechanical engineering. As a matter of fact, and worked a year and a half. Worked a year and a half in the field before now doing this, basically. Still lives in Cali? He's definitely got the money to live in Cali. He's definitely got the money now to live in Cali, for sure. Oh, you studied the same? Nice. How far along are you in your studies? Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Sweet, we got there in time. Just had your feedback control system final today. I remember doing like electronics and vibrations, and that was one of the more difficult parts for me. It's just like very like abstract and not a whole lot of hands-on stuff. So it definitely took me like harder, or it was harder work for me to learn that than, you know, than other parts, I would say, of the curriculum. It's pretty cool, but to me it just didn't come as naturally. Hopefully your final went well, for that matter. I know I definitely do not miss the pressure of final exams. Especially like if you're in a class and you're like kind of on the bubble, like if you're kind of struggling with that class, then final exams, there's a lot of weight on them. Whereas if you come in and you're just like, okay, I need like a 30% to get a B or something, then you're just cruising, you know. Not that you wouldn't try, but it's just nice to know that even if it just goes completely terrible, that you're still good. Awesome, that's good to hear. Yo, welcome back, Super Dito. And what's up, Dolly? How you doing today? Good to see you as well. Oh, this is 1 out of 2. Never mind. Technically, don't need to grab that. Full of pizza? Nice. What kind of pizza? I definitely wish I was full of pizza right now. Not gonna lie. Only have thermodynamics left. Thermo is tough, but it is kind of neat. I didn't really appreciate thermo or heat transfer or anything until I actually started working, because oddly enough, my first job in the field was thermal systems. So, and basically keeping things cool. So that's thermodynamics and heat transfer all mattered at that point. Not necessarily the same way I used it in school, but, you know, general principle type stuff. Mushrooms, onions, and jalapenos. Oh, I see. Did you make the dough yourself? Or did you start with a pre-made like cheese pizza and then add the toppings yourself? Because my girlfriend and I do that sometimes, where we don't really want like any of the pre-made things of pizza, or any of the pre-made like supreme pizzas and stuff, so we just buy a cheese pizza and then put like pepperoni on ourselves and like other toppings. It's pretty cool. Excuse me. Is there a way to consistently walk on the ropes? Yes and no. If you land within a very tight window, then you can just hold forward and walk all the way across, but it's really difficult to, with the way the hitboxes are designed. So I would, so I tend to be on the ropes as little as possible, and I tend to only go on the ropes when there's a jump that I can't make otherwise, you know, or I need a turtle or something. So there's a couple of times in the high road where you do it, and I don't think you have to do it at all in Road to Nowhere. Oh, cool. I don't think I've actually had, actually made my own pizza dough before, but that sounds really good, as a matter of fact. And if you grow your own ingredients, then it's super fresh. Kind of jelly, not gonna lie. I'd love to try it. Yo, that's something. That's definitely something. Well, I was supposed to jump there, but that didn't happen. For one reason or another. It's okay though. It's definitely one of the quicker mistakes you can make and recover from. Having the checkpoint be right there is very nice. Yeah, it definitely wouldn't hurt to have that around. I would appreciate that. What's going on, Pez, by the way? I would imagine that page is screwed, Pez. I would imagine that the page probably goes up and down because there's so much traffic to get in. But keep trying. Definitely just keep trying. Yeah, some rope jumps, like, generally speaking, using the ropes is something I do as little as possible. And you don't really need to do it that much. But, like, definitely the longer you stay on the ropes, the riskier it is. So, like, personally, I try to stay off the ropes as much as possible, and that tends to work for me. Almost got it, but it messed up. That's okay. That's alright. Definitely just keep trying. Registration is not quite as important as securing a hotel. That's gonna be the real problem. But you need to be registered, of course, to get the early advance link to the hotel. So definitely just keep trying, and hopefully you'll be able to get in soon. Yo, what's going on, Apocalypse Pony? Indeed, hot and fresh off the rack is the Sub 2 run, which we just got not too long ago, actually. The run previous to this one. Remake or original? What do you mean? Like, am I playing right now the remake or the original? I'm playing the remake right now. Bum, 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 bum. No, I understand. You might just want to, like, try to come back to it later, like an hour later or something. if you still don't have it by the time that I finish stream, I'll just do it myself. So, so just like keep me updated, and if you don't have it by the, if you can't get into it by the time I'm done streaming, then I'll just do it myself later. Oh, what is the best? I don't really know. Like, I really enjoy the Insane Trilogy, but I also enjoy, like, the original games, you know, for their own reasons. I have, like, a hard time really saying, like, which one is better, especially because this one is new, and, you know, it hasn't been out for as long as the original games have. What's going on, Dylan? How you doing? Yeah, that was definitely a thing that happened. It's all good. You know, there's definitely those times where you feel like, there's definitely those times where you have runs like that. You have runs that are really good, you feel like you can't lose, and then you lose. You know, it happens. It definitely does happen. You just got to pick yourself up and do another one. And thankfully we PB today to make up for it. So that is awesome. And definitely can do it again as well. Might be able to live the dream and get a double PB. No guarantees, of course, but maybe. Nice cycle. Nice cycle there. Alright, Cortex. What do you got for me? Oh, wait, it's the same thing as last time. What if there was some kind of randomness to these bonuses? Like, if they just had, like, different patterns that they would choose from sometimes. That would be crazy. Yo, thanks, Dylan. I appreciate it. And thank you, Dolly, as well. Definitely feels good. Like, that last run that I did definitely could have been better in some areas, but breaking the sub 2 and PBing was big, because I was definitely feeling a bit walled with my last run. So it feels good to break through. Feels good to break through and be able to hopefully break through some more in the future. Alright, 81's the magic number. Now we just gotta climb. Just gotta climb. Now we gotta wait. Now we jump. There we go. Bonuses are tough. Some bonuses are definitely tough than others, but bonuses are rough. But we'll definitely try to not die. We'll try to go fast and not die. That's the combination you want. How far off a world record? A little over 6 minutes. Wow, that was a really good Sunset Vista. Holy crap. That was a yeah, I don't even know how good that was. That was like almost a 15-second gold split. That's a pretty good one. But yeah, a little over 6 minutes off of the world record. There's definitely, like, I don't have great gate skip, for example, and, you know, there's definitely some optimizations and further not dying that can help. But we'll see what happens. If I get close enough to world record to where I could realistically go for it, then I might. But right now, we're just trying to improve our time, you know, however much we can at a time. Yes, there are no nitros in the first Crash. That was debut in Crash 2. What's going on, Kanarus? How you doing? Do 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 do. Can you throw that? Like, where is he going? Is he just gonna take away that boulder, or is he gonna actually throw it at some point? He might want it for home as a decoration. Oh, geez. Talk about bad timing. It's okay, though. We didn't miss an opportunity, and we didn't die. That's good to hear, Kanarus. There's quite a few pet rocks. I feel like this one would be the alpha pet rock, for that matter. Uh-oh. No! Oh, man. I got like a bad point in the cycle. I think I could have saved that. I think I could have saved that if I had been a little bit more ballsy around the TNT, especially because I have a mask. But it is what it is. I'm gonna lose a little bit of time here, but not a ton of it. So it's all good. Those things happen sometimes. Sometimes you make a split-second decision and it works out. Sometimes you make one and it doesn't work out so well. Sometimes it is hard to think fast. So it looks like this level we've still got a little bit of time to save on it, which is good. I think this was like the one level. I think there was like one of 2 levels in my previous run in the early game that didn't have that had time save at all, basically. It's all about imagination, man. It's all about imagination when it comes to pet rocks. Like, it sounds weird, but if you've got the imagination for it, then it works out. Oops. Oops. There we go. Especially when a ball is being thrown at your face. Oh, yeah. Even when it's not your own face, like it's a video game character's face, it still feels like he's throwing a rock at you, and you take that personal. It's basically like you're actually there. Well, I'm definitely not in the market for a pet rock, but you're right in the sense that it is a good troll present. I don't know if I could give somebody a troll present without giving them a real present too. You know, I think I would also have to give them a little something that they would actually want as well. See, but when you buy it from a store, it feels more legit somehow. If you just find a rock, for some it's not that special. And yes, they are very easy to take care of. They're easy to take care of and have a long lifespan. Oops. Forgot you need to go around first, so you don't get brick walled by the boxes otherwise. It's all good though. Not a big deal. Everybody's favorite Brio bonus. This is actually a cool bonus. It's just very easy to go a little bit wrong here. There we go. In a parallel universe, rocks by pet humans. You never know in a parallel universe. Anything is possible. I don't know if I could gift somebody a pet, because a pet is like a big commitment, you know. Unless it's like something that like me and a significant other talked about for a while and said that they really wanted one. I feel like buying a gift for a... Oh, jeez. Hang on. I feel like buying a gift like that for a friend could backfire a lot. Or, like, it wouldn't be good for the animal. And I definitely don't want that. You know, I want to make sure if you do, you know, give a gift of a pet that they're going to be taken care of and that they really want one. Can you actually die when Brio explodes? Not that I'm aware of, but I've never really wanted to try it. I haven't really wanted to try it either. A little bit unfortunate that we kind of fell down there. Lost a little bit of potential time save, but that's okay. Can't all be winners. Cannot all be winners. Oops. Rip. Bum, bum, bum. Alright, let's go. Voltron is established. Wow, waiting to get third mass form last, like, basically takes you through the end of the level. I don't know if it's better to get invincibility with the first mass box or the second one if you have the option. But that felt really nice. Like, I basically was just able to blow through, you know, the entire second half of the level. I don't actually know if that one's faster. Yo, Disney Clay, what's going on? How are you doing today? Oh, geez, the time loss in generator room. I forgot about that. I definitely forgot about that. Forgot about the shenanigans with the box bridge over here. Oh, I'm not really sure why that didn't pick up. Wasn't sure if that was actually gonna work. Cool deal. All right. Really hard bonus here. I was actually a little bit worried that I was going to fail it because I made that comment, but thankfully did not. It's not an easy bonus, but definitely not the hardest bonus either. Ooh, I almost died there. That was a bit scary. Twas a bit scary. Do 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 do. Whew, okay. That's good. That felt like a really solid generator room. Could it be a gold split? I don't know. No. Almost though. Still a big time save nonetheless. Big, big, big time save. Onward and upwards, though. Why is there so much time saved there? I died twice at the beginning where, you know, the first box bridge? The very last box, I think I fat-fingered a little bit on the D-pad to where when I was bouncing across the... Oh, crap. When I was bouncing across the... When I was bouncing across the box bridge there, I basically got off kilter to where I just fell. That's basically what happened there. What's up, Disney Clay? I guess you didn't hear me say hi to you earlier, so hi again, and how are you doing? That is incorrect, Lecker. What's up, by the way? If I die before the first checkpoint, I can still get the gem. If I die after the first checkpoint, that's when we have a problem and need to restart the level. So we were actually good to go. No, what happened there, Panda Emic, was I didn't have my right hand on the controller firmly enough, so I was holding up to just move forward, so I'd be ready to go right when... So I basically would just be ready to go right when the level started, and I didn't press the jump button soon enough. So I basically preloaded my inputs and got punished. So that's basically what happened there. Doing that a little faster. But yeah, gold split is a bit of a misnomer nowadays because in the default color for a best segment in most people's splitting programs or timers is gold, and that indicates a best segment. So in this case, each segment is one individual level, and that means that that's the best I've ever done on that one level in particular. What's up, Falcon? How are you doing? The crown is Twitch Prime. A subscriber gets a different badge, but the crown means that they have Twitch Prime. Yeah, you don't need to reset if you die before the first checkpoint on colored gem levels. It's only after the first checkpoint. And yeah, no problem, Lecker. What's going on, Garuda? How are you doing today? Right, exactly, Game Pro. Okay, so I'm actually going to intentionally miss the first hit. Because if we wait one cycle and then start hitting him, it actually saves time because he skips part of his animation in the middle of the fight, which is really nice. And that's it right there. Normally he would go to the other side of the arena, but he actually just doesn't bother if you skip the first cycle. For some reason, he just sits there. And it's a little bit faster to do that and wait for one of the first cycles than it is to do the boss fight as intended, so to speak. Yo, what's going on, Cosmic Kitten? How you doing? Thank you for the good luck, by the way. Twitch Prime, you get one free channel subscription for each month. So you get a free sub to whichever streamer you want. You get no ads on the entire website, and no ads on the entire website, and you get exclusive loot. So like if you play like PUBG, Warframe, you know, Smite, like those type of games, they have Hearthstone. You get exclusive perks. One month they actually did a free month of RuneScape, which was pretty sweet. So they definitely make it worth your while. And if you already have Amazon Prime, then you can link up your Amazon Prime account to your Twitch account and get Twitch Prime for no additional charge. Also exclusive emotes as well. You get what were originally Twitch Turbo emotes. You get exclusive emotes to use anywhere on Twitch as well. So if you already have Amazon Prime, it's free to get Twitch Prime on top of that, and it's definitely worth it. For the record, I did not discover that strategy, I just merely implemented it, but it is really cool, actually, that we just intentionally don't hit Pinstripe at first, because it ends up saving time later. It's very counterintuitive. Amazon Prime, if you live in a country where Amazon has a major presence, Amazon Prime is a subscription service where you can get free 2-day shipping on basically everything. Almost every item qualifies for free 2-day shipping. If you live in Amazon Prime Now areas, you can even get it the same day. For example, there's Amazon Prime Video where you can watch shows. There's some good stuff for Amazon Prime as well. How much is Twitch Prime if I were to purchase it off of Twitch? I think it's like $8 to $10 a month, something like that. I think it's like $8 to $10 a month for Twitch Prime, and if you frequently use Twitch, I think that's worth it on its own. Like even if you don't really have Amazon Prime or don't really have a use for getting Amazon Prime, just getting Twitch Prime is worthwhile if you're a frequent Twitch user. Some products are cheaper with Amazon Prime as well. What's going on, Kieran, by the way? How you doing? And yes, Garuda, Twitch Prime is free for you because you have Amazon Prime. I don't have a link handy where you can go to convert it, but if you search, if you Google Twitch Prime, you can find a link to sync your Amazon account to your Twitch account, and that's when you can activate Twitch Prime. Yeah, depending on where you live and depending on the product, you can get same-day delivery. And I agree, Amazon Prime, if you live in a country where Amazon matters, is definitely worth it. Glad you're doing well, by the way, Cosmic Kitten. And yeah, definitely for gamers, that's huge, Panda Emic. 20% off and delivery on release day is pretty perfect. Yeah, some places offer it, but they don't advertise it, which I think is kind of weird. I feel like if you're going to offer it, you want people to know about it. But I think it's only in certain countries where a .edu email gets you, where a .edu email actually gets you half off. I don't know if that works in the US. Oh yeah, they probably get killed if they do 20% off special edition pre-orders. What's going on, Citro? How you doing? My summer best is a 149.46, I think. Last time I looked at it. 149.48, excuse me. That is my current summer best. But hey, that's 3 years of half off Amazon Prime. That's still pretty good. That's still pretty good in all honesty. What's going on, Whom Cares, by the way? How you doing? How many times did I play through these games? The original games, a lot. These games still relatively a lot, but they haven't been out for as long. As far as finished runs of this category, I've probably done at least a dozen finished runs. Maybe more, for that matter. Yo, Migo Boy, what's happening, buddy? Or Migo the Boy, I should say. How's it going? And yo, thank you. I appreciate it. Definitely feels good to break through the wall and, you know, get past that little plateau there. First 6 months are free? That's awesome. I just realized I missed that token. I need to go back for it. That's okay, though. If you have a job at a university, that's pretty sweet, too. Alright, we're here at the bonus. Yo, no worries, Jorge. Welcome back, man. Oh, God. Help, 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 help. Whew, okay. That was almost bad. Laying on bed thinking about life? Yo, same. I do find myself thinking about that sometimes. Can't help it. Has anyone ever seen IRL Crash Bandicoot or Spyro wallpaper? Like, by IRL wallpaper, do you mean a poster? Or something different? Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath after getting through Slippery Climb. Taking a deep breath here. Like to cover your walls in a bedroom? Oh, you mean a poster? I'm sure they're out there. I'm sure if there exists a thing, there probably is a poster for it, Peter. No, I think you can just renew it, Crispy. I think you can just renew it automatically afterwards. Can I still beat world record without great gate skip? Technically, yes. Is it likely? No. Because right now, my best possible time is a 153 flat, so I would need to play perfectly from here on out and get probably 1 or 2 new gold splits in order to beat the record. So it's probably not likely at this point. But still, technically, I could. My sum of best is a 149, so if I have, like, the run of my life, I really could. But I'm probably going to need to do great gate skip, and I want to anyway, because that can only help. That can only help my case. Just gotta figure it out and figure out the sweet spot, you know. Yo, thank you, Kieran, by the way. I'm kind of feeling in a zone right now, which is good. I just feel like I'm in the zone currently. Hopefully I can stay there. Yeah, I would imagine it has to do with Skylanders, at least some amount, but that's good. That's good that Spyro is getting more attention. Even though I know a lot of people don't really like Skylanders as much as regular Spyro, that it still helps if it brings people to Spyro anyway. The new game's different from the old besides upgraded graphics, the physics. The physics are definitely a big difference. Crash's hitboxes tend to be rounder. Like the bottom of his feet, for example, are not as squared off. They're more rounded, which makes like jumps, like marginal jumps, getting on top of the ropes makes that stuff kind of hard. There's also more weight. Like Crash doesn't jump quite as far as he used to, and you have to hold X for a really long time to get the maximum jump length. If you have Amazon Student for 3 consecutive years, then you run out, basically, of Amazon Student. And then you would then go up to the full price of, you know, $100 a year instead of $50 a year. And you don't have to have it. You're not committed to a 3-year contract with Amazon or anything. Help Spyro get his snout back. And his sunglasses, for that matter. You can't wear sunglasses without a snout. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. So I'm getting hit there on purpose because in the gem route, we want to start our third mass form as late as possible. So it seems kind of weird, and it looks like a mistake, but it is actually intentional. You don't have to do that, but you end up getting maximum usage out of your third mass form if you do get it as late as possible. There we go. What's going on, Quaker, by the way? How you doing? Oh, the runs have been good. I already actually PB'd and got the sub 2 here. So that's pretty awesome, and we've got a pretty solid run going here as well. Hopefully we can keep it up. Yes, I am. I'm using a standard DualShock 4. Whom cares? No mods, no paddles or anything like that. Just a standard DualShock 4. That's one of the things about Crash speedrunning. It doesn't seem like there's any like special controllers that people tend to use. Like they might use, like for the old games, someone might prefer a DualShock 1 or a DualShock 2, but most people just use standard controllers with no mods, which is kind of cool. Oh, you would want Amazon Student for more? Yeah, I guess after the 3 years, you would end up going back to the full price. The world records... Ah! God damn it. I just jumped way too early there. Yo, nice, Quaker. How was your first days, respectively? Yeah, definitely crispy, for sure. The Great Gate Skip, give me a second, actually, before I can explain it properly. You bought the Hori Mini, Dylan? That's definitely... I would really love to get a Hori Mini for the N64 as well. If I did start running SM64 in particular. I don't know if I'll do it normally. I don't know if there's much benefit outside of that, but the Hori Mini looks really awesome, and I think I would like it better than the regular Nintendo 64 controller. Because I'm not a huge fan of it, honestly. Yeah, you might as well do Amazon Prime Student at that point, Crispy. The Great Gate Skip is jumping basically on the exit platform, but toward the outside of it, so you don't actually exit the level. I'm not going to mess around with that. And basically what that allows you to do is to skip needing the yellow gem to get to the second half of the level. So it saves quite a bit of time by not having to revisit the Great Gate later on. Yo, Omega Mario, thanks for the host, man. I appreciate it. Hope you had a good stream today. I'm gonna wait. Hope you had a good stream today, man. And welcome to everybody coming in from Omega Mario stream. Hope you guys are also having a good time. And yeah, the free game loot is really nice, especially if you play the type of games that they do give out loot for. Dang, that's rough. That's rough. That one early jump did a lot. That's okay, though. You lovely man. Oh, please. Got your first sub today? Nice, man. That's awesome. Congratulations. And it's been going well. I'm glad you had a good stream today. We already got one PB and we're on track for another. Hopefully we can close on that. Oh, I see what you mean. I feel like construction working would be definitely have some of the more fun coworkers out there. Yeah, I jumped right on the spikes. Oh, 1.5 minutes lost here. Holy crap. I feel like construction workers tend to, or construction fields tend to have really funny coworkers in general. They just don't care. They're very eccentric. Digga-digga-do-do-do. Yo, thanks, Omega Mario. I appreciate it. Yeah, somehow have 1.5 minutes to save on this level. Fun fact. So, hopefully we can just keep it clean and save some more time here. No doubt that kind of stuff's going on too there. I don't condone it, of course, especially with you know, working with heavy machinery, no pun intended. But I'm sure that does happen. Yeah, this music is definitely very much improved. Yo, thanks, Spike. I appreciate it, man. Dude, hopefully we can live the dream and get the double PB. And hopefully we can close out this run. Definitely got some good momentum going. I'm not sure. Do you have a PS4 Pro, Spike, or do you have a regular PS4? Yeah, I remember that I died at the end of this level, but I honestly did not remember, like, how much it was or how much time lost. But if I died, like, after this last checkpoint, that always takes a long time to recover. Wow, that was a little scary. I didn't get lined up very well for that. A pro with a 156? Actually, you might be close. If I remember correctly, because it might be like 2.5 or 3 minutes of loads. So it might be close between the two of us. We'll see what happens though if I PB again. There we go. Pro is the way to go. I thought about it, but ended up going for a normal PS4. Found a refurbished one for a good deal, and it does the trick just fine. A low 140-ish without loads. Yeah, that should be pretty close to, that should be pretty close to my time then. Yes, I don't know. It's actually kind of close here. I'm not on world record pace currently, but like our best possible time is a 154, so some magic would have to happen. to record, but we can definitely still PB again, and maybe by a big amount if everything ends up going well. It might not, you know, we might run into some trouble, but we'll see what happens. Yeah, pros, PS4 pros tend to load like 2 to 3 minutes faster depending on the category per game. The SSD modded PS4s load really fast. They load significantly faster, but I don't know if I've seen somebody with a modded PS4 submit a time to the leaderboard at this point. You subtract the loads manually, so depending on which PS4 console you have, there's a certain amount of time that you spend on the loading screen. So you would take the run that you have on the timer, which includes loads, and then you basically subtract the loads out, and that's the time that ends up being on the leaderboard. Yeah, like if I update some strats and I get a really solid run, then it is possible to get world record. Even with the strats that I do with my current summa best, it actually is possible to still get the record, though it's not likely because the record does great gate skip, for example. That was bad. Thankfully I had a mask. That could have been terrible if I didn't have one. And yo, thanks, Omega Mario. Like, I never planned to go for world record when I start running a category, but if I get close, then, you know, then I might go for it. So, like, if I get, like, maybe a 153 or a 154, then it's possible I could do that. Then I might start going for it, but we'll see. I wonder if there's any corroboration for that, X Crispy. What's up, Gamer Try Dying? How you doing? Well, it's not technically 4K for the Insane Trilogy, is it? I think it's upscaled. I think there's like, I don't think there's a very high number of games. Not to burst your bubble, but I don't know if there's a very high number of games that are in true 4K. I also don't own a 4K screen anywhere in the house, so the 4K and VR were definitely not considerations for me because I'm not really interested in either at this point. Yeah, that one was a total surprise. That one was just like, okay, I'm like basically a fraction of a second away from the world record in the time trial. Let's go for it. And that was fun. That was actually like really exciting. to go for that world record. Unfortunately, Pi beat me to getting the record, but that was fun. No, PS4 Pro has the same frame rate, and it's the same for Destiny 2 as well. So PS4 Pro will also be at 30 FPS for Destiny 2 as well. What's going on, Vicinal Moon? How you doing? The check means verified. So Twitch partners all have their accounts verified, and basically that check mark means that person is a Twitch partner or staff or some other distinction on Twitch. But for the most part, it means that they're a Twitch partner. Yo, thanks, Vicinal Moon. I appreciate it. And hopefully we can improve upon that with this run, but we'll have to see. Correct, Omega Mario. Correct. Ooh, I thought about going for it. I'm really glad I didn't. Yeah, the affiliates all got their sub buttons on the same day. So, so all of a sudden, like on what I think it was a Wednesday, all of a sudden everybody got sub buttons who were affiliates. So, that's why it kind of seems like there's a bunch of partners out of nowhere. But yeah, definitely, just because you have a sub button does not mean that you actually are a partner. But that's totally fine. You can definitely, but the check mark is one way you can tell. And on that person's Twitch page, you'll also see the check mark, which will indicate that they're a partner. Destiny 2 has uncapped FPS, you are correct. So the game can run at whatever FPS your computer can handle. But it will run at 60. The emotes are a big thing too. Being able to have multiple emotes depending on how many subs you have is really nice. Currently, affiliates are locked in at 1 per tier. But it's still really cool. Like, I definitely have been a fan of the affiliate program since it came out. Not just for my own benefit, but because, spreading, basically giving smaller streamers that have still loyal communities, ways to be supported, those kind of avenues to be supported is really cool. And definitely makes people feel good, and who doesn't like earning a little bit from their hobby. I think it's a great idea. Do. What's going on, Belle? How you doing? And yeah, it is a motivator for a lot of people too, and it can kind of bridge the gap too between non-partnered streamer and partnered streamer, because now you don't just have concurrent viewers being a thing that Twitch looks at, you have revenue as a thing as well. So if you've got maybe lower viewers but you've got really good revenue, then that might help you. I don't know, their process is definitely case by case and mysterious. In some cases, but that might help you. If you are a smaller streamer but you have subs, people are giving bits and everything, that could help you as well. And it's kind of cool too. Like, if you're a smaller streamer and you've got you've got maybe like 10-15 viewers that show up every time you stream, and then somebody subs to you, that's like, whoa, like, holy crap. It makes you kind of feel like a big streamer, and that's awesome. Not that you should be purely motivated by the money necessarily, but as Twitch is definitely a hobby first for everybody, that it is still really cool. It is really cool to feel that love and support from the community, regardless of how big it is. No, it's all good, Fairy. How's your vacation going at this point? I actually have not watched that much Lyric. I don't really know why. For some reason, I just haven't really stuck around in his channel for a long time. Oh god, that was really close. Yeah, seeing your emotes in other chats as well. You know, when people flex your emotes, that's really cool too, for sure. Oop. Mayday. 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 Whew, okay. Now what? I shouldn't have spun. I would have been fine. Damn it. I would have been fine if I just didn't spin, but that's okay. That's a pretty minor death right there. That's a really hard section to get through without getting hit. I think I figured out a way to get through, though, just then. Yeah, I mean, there's no harm in giving many other people the opportunity to you know, to have those benefits. You know, I think that, like, it's not really a status thing either. Like, I don't really see, you know, a Twitch affiliate or Twitch partner or all that as kind of a status thing or really attach an ego to it. It's basically, that's not what it's about, you know. And I think that can be a trap sometimes to fall into. All the Twitch Presents emotes are global now? Oh, nice. I just noticed the Power Rangers thing there. Yeah, it definitely is a really cool feeling, Mega Mario. I remember my first sub too, and that was just like, holy crap, I can't, you know, that was a really awesome feeling. For sure. Seen some nice things and the nature is beautiful. I believe it, man. Iceland doesn't have a reputation for nothing when it comes to nature. No, I understand, Rob. I understand where you're coming from, but like, I think that overall, like, I think giving the opportunity to more people to have those, you know, giving those opportunities to more people is awesome. I think streamers of any size really, you know, who do stream consistently, at the very least, you know, should be rewarded, you know. And I think that's the reason why I think I don't mind, you know, for Twitch affiliate, you know, if it has lower requirements, because honestly, like, they deserve it. If they're streaming consistently and they're, you know, if they're streaming consistently and they're, you know, building a community and, you know, really getting into it, then I think they should be, you know, you should be able to receive a little something, you know? Nice. Got the snipe. I mean, that's fine. Like, not everybody's gonna like every streamer, you know. Not everybody likes me as a streamer. Not everybody likes, you know, Lyric as a streamer. Not everybody likes, you know. And that's the thing about Twitch, is that there's so many streamers with different personalities, and they kind of fulfill different roles to where you can find somebody that you like, and that's really awesome. I did, Fairy. Thank you. Definitely feels good, man. That's for sure. Dang, Bucket, just as charming as ever. And I want to say that doesn't actually just refer to Twitch. That refers to anything that you do. Like, not everybody, you're not going to like everybody, not everybody's going to like you, and that's totally fine. You know, that's just the way the world works. No, I know. It's really hard. You've got to, like, barely tap the D-pad in order to move far enough ahead to break the box but not, like, fall in one way or another or skip a box or something like that. I mean, I'm not really sure 420 military. It depends on how this run goes, and it depends on the strats that I learn going forward, or how I can, you know, how learning new stuff goes. Because I'm definitely going to need to have a realistic shot at it. I would definitely have to learn new things to get the world record, and would definitely require some hard work for sure. But I'm not really sure at this point. All I really care about at this point is to all I really care about at this point is going faster than my last run, and, you know, just keep doing that more and more until you don't want to go faster anymore. What's going on, Levante? Thank you for the sub 2-hour hype, man. I appreciate it. I mean, it is what it is, Dictate. I don't want to start going into a, you know, I definitely don't want to start a, you know, start a negative circle here, but definitely, you know, people like certain streamers, people don't like certain streamers, and people like different personalities. Some people, you know, like somebody who's more relaxed, who's very interactive. Some people like, you know, chaotic streams where the streamer doesn't interact and chat runs wild, you know, and everywhere in between. My favorite global Twitch emote, probably PogChamp. Probably PogChamp. PogChamp is just hype. It's hype, and it's good energy. I like it. Dude, that's a good start though, God Sonic. You got the ball rolling. What's up, Enigma, by the way? How you doing? Yo, Omega Mario, thank you for the host, by the way. Or the rehost, I should say. And it's all good, man. Sometimes it does that. Like, I've noticed that when AutoHost first came out, when there was one time where I went live, and I didn't actually go live. I didn't actually go live for like 20 minutes, and like, wait, why is nobody in chat? And then I realized that it was still under AutoHost, so I had to like manually turn it off and then go live again. And then I was actually able to stream properly, but I didn't realize that I was like kind of stuck underneath the AutoHost. Touche, Sonic. Touche. I do got a ball rolling here. Jebaited is pretty good too. Jebaited and Craigasm are also pretty good in general. No love for the stinky cheese, though. I like it. It's a good emote. Oh, hang on. There we go. I like it. It's definitely a good emote. Aw, there you go, Bucket. There you go, Bucket. Flex it. Yeah, it's definitely, like, you know, there's definitely a matter of opinion with that as well, Dictate. For me, I'm kind of somewhere in between. I'll need to be partnered before I can do that, unfortunately. I've still got the $10 slot, but aside from that, I'm gonna need to get partnered before I can have more emote slots. But I definitely want to make more for you guys. Try to show off great gate skip. I've never actually done it before, GamePro. I've tried it, but I've never done it successfully. I did. Oh, jeez. Dang it. That's a really dumb jump to mess up. They asked me for more information yesterday, Bucket. So I replied yesterday, and currently still waiting for them to follow up. So I don't really know what that means, but they asked for more information. I gave it to them, and now the ball's back in their court. So we'll see how that develops. Where's Stormy Ascent? It's the very last split, Omega Mario. So we're gonna be ending strong with Stormy Ascent. That's a lot of favorites, Super Dito. What's going on, Doctor? How you doing today, buddy? Feeling pretty good today, and the runs are going good too. Already got a PB and working on another potential PB as well with this run. So we'll see how it goes. My late game was pretty strong aside from Stormy Ascent. So it's gonna be a challenge to save a lot of time from here on out, but we still can. And as always, with best segments as well. Best segments are a thing as well. Yeah, I put it back in the original slot because I think it kind of messed with me when I put it in the middle. And from a routing perspective, it's slightly faster to do Stormy Ascent last as opposed to putting it in the middle. Or at the very beginning, for that matter. So technically, it's fastest to do it at the very end, even though there is an argument to be made for getting it out of the way. Ohio is a pretty strong emote, too, for that matter. Streamers who like crazy orange red foxes or a red panda. I've never seen a red panda, but I do like orange foxes. They are pretty adorbs. Dang, sirens. Somebody messed up. Cool Cat. I like Cool Cat too. I love the fact that the sunglasses are like totally oversized. What's going on, Rayathay? Rayathay here to please with the orange foxes there. Very bad RNG. In which game? What's up, Kraylay, by the way? I am a little over 6 minutes off of world record, though if this run PBs, I'll be a little bit closer. So we'll have to see what happens. We'll have to see what happens. There's definitely still plenty of run left to go. Hopefully we can keep it up. Oh, Metal Slug. That's right. There's always a tomorrow. There's always another run waiting. Excuse me. Oh, yeah. Can't forget Bible Thump. Can't forget Bible Thump. Is Crash fun? Oh, yeah. Definitely. Definitely. I've been a long-time fan of the series. I speedran the original games before starting to speedrun these. I would definitely say so. Even if you're not exactly a Crash fan, if you've got a PS4 and $40 to spare, definitely recommend the Insane Trilogy. It's great value, 3 games for 40 bucks, and it's a good time. Yo, nice, Kraylay. That's awesome. Welcome, welcome. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself so far. I don't know about Jebaited. I don't know about Jebaited or Bible Thump being in the top 4, but I do like them a lot. Oh, it's okay, Kraylay. To sub to the stream, you can either scroll down to the... You should be able to click a button that says subscribe on the upper right-hand corner, and you're allowed to... you'll then be able to select 3 subscription tiers to subscribe to, or you can scroll down to the bottom of my Twitch page in the information panels, and you'll see a link to subscribe to the channel as well. I have not Super Dito. I've heard it's not great, but but I'm curious nonetheless. I think this one is Game Pro. I think Crash 1 is my favorite in the Insane Trilogy. Not that I don't like the other ones, but this one feels like the most improved experience, and it is a great time. I don't like to do like super game-specific emotes, Doctor. So it probably, I kind of want to shy away from that for sub emotes. So, because I generally don't prefer that. So I think that Crash emotes are a thing, I guess, for Frankerface Z. Like I can probably find some Frankerface Z emotes for Crash emotes, but I probably will not be doing like Crash sub emotes. At least not at this point. And yeah, no problem. Oops. Let's try again. I guess I don't need to break that box right now. I can just wait until I come back there. Whoa. I don't think they got worse. Like, I don't think that Crash 2 or 3 necessarily got worse. There's things that I like about them and things that I don't like about them as much. But, and there's things that I don't like about Crash 1 too. But at the same time, it's still, they're still good experiences overall. I just think that Crash 1 has had the most improvement. Oh, geez. I feel like I have to experience it, though. Yeah, OG Crash 1 didn't really have a great save system, but now it does. I agree. The Insane Trilogy has been awesome. Definitely way better and far exceeded, I think, many people's expectations. What's going on, Fims? Thanks for the good luck. How are you doing? Fungineer is I always look at him as like the Pawn Stars guy. Like before I learned what the name of the emote is, I would just be like, I would just call it literally the Pawn Stars guy emote. It took me a while to learn the name as Fungineer, honestly. Yeah, of course, Omega Mario. I'm glad it helped you. That is good to hear. All right, take it easy, Kraylay. No problem. Hope you have a good one. Wait, Sir Patrick Stewart was in the movie? Interesting. When do I stream again? I'm off tomorrow. Wednesdays and Saturdays are my days off, but I will be back on Thursday. I'll be back on Thursday for more. Oh, I gotta wait here. I gotta wait for this to run out. Did I get the first? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I screwed up. I screwed up. Hang on. Oh, I need to restart. Shit. I need to restart this level because I totally blew past the Brio token. I knew something like this was gonna happen. It's okay. It's not awful. It's not the end of the world. It's not terrible. It's just I screwed up. And it's okay. It's not a big deal. I just need to remove one extra load. When I submit the run, if this does PB. So it's not a big deal. All right, thanks for the good luck, Kraylay. No problem. It's because I got third mass form. It's because I got third mass form. I just kind of like started going crazy, and didn't really think about it. I got seduced by the speed, basically. Sir Patrick Stewart, of course. Can't leave out the sir. Yo, nice. What kind of pizza do you have today, Fims? Oh, come on. That's annoying. That's annoying. I like just didn't quite get a good enough jump. That's what happened. Yeah, you have to remove the loads from the gameplay footage. The good news is that for standard PS4s, the loads are consistent enough to where there's kind of a knowledge base. There's like a spreadsheet that shows your load time, so that helps a lot with being able to. That helps a lot with timing your own loads, kind of getting an idea of what they should be, and an idea of, like, you know, how long the loads actually are. Cheese pizza with chicken? Sounds good to me. I remember having a chicken parm pizza from somewhere. I don't remember where it was exactly, from closer to my hometown, and that was really cool. Yeah, it's definitely a mixed bag when it comes to Counter-Strike, when it comes to like competitive FPSs in general. Gonna start speedrunning this game. I can link you after the stream. Send me a whisper, and I will hook you up with the link afterwards. Yikes, I'm losing a lot more time than I thought I would. Though that'll even out, like, when I submit the time with loads. It's just gonna look worse on my splits. It would just look worse on my splits, so that's, like, it's not a huge deal. It sucks. Like, you definitely don't want this, you know? You definitely don't want, like, a really big time... You don't want, like, a really big time loss in your run like that, but, you know... What are you going to do when you just forget to get the Brio token? Yeah, mask planning is hard in Crash 2 and 3 because sometimes you actually don't want to... sometimes you don't actually want to get third mask form in Crash 2 and 3, depending on how many obstacles are in your way, because the third mask form movement when you're just running versus slide spinning is actually not that much different. So it helps you get through obstacles, and there are some places where it is faster, but it doesn't actually, it's not actually as busted, I want to say, as like normal movement. I don't know why that took so long to say, but I was just kind of brain farted there for a moment. Music ain't bad in this game, that's for sure, ukulele. I mean, it's because I had to restart the level. If I was able to backtrack and get the, if I was able to backtrack and then get the Brio bonus token, it would have been fine. But I figured it wasn't worth it since I was already, like, pretty far ahead in the level. And since I was already pretty far ahead in the level, I just didn't want to take a chance. Dude, I don't know. All I can say is alternate time zones or parallel universes. That's the only way you can really explain it. Not enough ukulele? Who knows? Maybe for their next game, we can have them put more ukulele in it. Well, that's not true. I am a full-time streamer, first of all. And talking to chat actually helps a lot. It actually helps keep me in a really good mind state. And it doesn't really get in the way of my gameplay. A lot of mistakes that I would make while speedrunning this game actually are not affected by... are actually not really affected by talking to chat. Sounds weird, but it actually really doesn't affect me that much. Was my personal worst? I guess my first run, for that matter. What's up, late Pate? The copy pasta was funny the first time. But please don't do that again. There we go. Probably my first run of this category. I don't remember exactly how long it took. I think it was like 2 hours 40 something. I want to say it was like 2 hours 40 something. Live split should have worse segments too. I think my live splits are messed up because I don't have all the comparisons available. Like I downloaded, like I updated my version of live split and it just doesn't, it only has like best segments, average segments, and like PB. Like I can't compare against none. I can't compare against like I can't compare against like all the segments that I feel like I should. Think you need to add more comparisons in some settings? Okay, maybe that's it then. That just might be it. I have to poke around and see, because it's been so long since I've messed with that, I don't remember. Oh no! Dang, having to start all over from square one with your splits is definitely a bummer. I would say back up your splits to splits.io. Maybe not all of them, but a lot of them. Or whichever ones you want to keep, so that way you can just download it later. Yo, life is good, Malls. How are you doing today, buddy? Good to see you. Indeed, Fireman. At least at this point. The run's definitely not over yet. The run's definitely not over yet. Edit splits and then compare against? Oh, maybe is it in there then? Okay, it's probably hidden in that spot. Yes, you can. You can back up splits to splits.io, and you can make an account so they're very easy to find later as well. I'll have to poke around with that later. Oops. Okay, there we go. Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, when you scroll over to worse segments, it definitely you definitely feel how far you've come, and it is something you definitely don't want to lose sight of as well. Oh, hang on, hang on. There we go. Nice. That was weird. Yeah, the hidden path is cool, and it's nice that you can basically piggyback off of that one box, which allows you to, you can basically piggyback off of that one box, so you don't have to go back and then do that difficult platforming. But you have to, I think you need to add that comparison manually, like Fimbs mentioned earlier. Oops. Almost entered Great Gate again. That would not be good. But yeah, there's definitely still some time saved to pick up in Stormy Ascent, for that matter. The Stormy Ascent actually went a little bit worse than it did in my original PB. I don't know, man. I feel like you would just feel very teased, Peter, at that point. I would just feel very teased. There we go. Castle Machinery is replaced by Stormy Ascent? No, we do both Castle Machinery and Stormy Ascent in the run. There's no level that gets replaced. We get all the gems. We don't skip any. Nice. Are there levels that I prefer than others? Yeah, definitely. There's some levels that I don't find as interesting as others. And there's some levels that I find a little bit annoying or frustrating sometimes. But aside from that, I don't really have any levels that I hate or that I can't stand, or I'm just like, thank God that's over type of level. I don't really feel that way in general. It tracks your... It tracks the worst segments that you've had, Fireman. So like it tracks your segments, but it saves best segments. Like I don't know, it's kind of weird. It's hard to describe. Wumpa fruit do look pretty good, though I don't know how they taste. So they may actually taste pretty bad though. There we go. Get a nice little gold split there too. So we can actually gold split on Stormy Ascent too. If we have a deathless or otherwise fast Stormy Ascent, we can actually still get a gold split, which is really cool. Or a Kappa Pride split, as my splits appear. Is it Wumpa fruit or Wumpa fruits for plural form? I think it's just fruits. I think it just follows fruits, which is a pretty common word in general. Don't exactly know how helpful third mass form is here, but it can't hurt. Can't really hurt that much. For how long am I a speedrunner? I've been speedrunning for a little over a year, about 15 months. Yo, welcome back, Pez. How's it going? Hopefully your workday is coming along swimmingly. Got our tickets? Nice. Thank you, thank you. The hotel, I think, will get posted shortly afterwards. So, like, it's not going to get posted right away, but it's going to get posted, like, maybe 24 to 72 hours after Reg. They just say sometime after Reg, but probably 24 to 72 hours. Gotta wait. Gotta wait a little bit longer. There's going to be an email. Oh, yeah, there is going to be an email. That's right. They're not going to post it on Twitter like last year. I remember that now. Dude, I wish. I wish, Sonic. That would be so fun to visit the Netherlands, honestly. We definitely would go if we were doing a Western European trip. Magfest, X-Crispy. It's my favorite con out of the year, back not too far from my hometown. And the cool thing about MagFest is for the past 2 years, last year and this coming year, MagFest and AGDQ run right back to back. So guess who's going to be going home for 2 weeks in January. So I'll likely be at MagFest and then also at AGDQ, like literally the day MagFest ends, which is that Sunday, is the day that AGDQ starts. Is that in France, ukulele? Oh, I jumped a little too early, but got away with it. Yeah, if we could set up a notification, that would be awesome. What's going on, Einhander? How are you doing? Oh yeah, the table flips for charity. That's really cool that you know somebody on staff there. That's really awesome. I definitely commend them for putting on such an awesome event. Like, MagFest is amazing. I've been going for... This will be my... Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Holy crap. Let's try again. That was crazy. Yeah, definitely, Pez. I've been going for... This will be my 8th year, I think, going to MagFest. Or no, this will be my 7th year. Excuse me. Yeah, this will be my 7th year. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, God, this is scaring me. This is definitely scaring me. Whew, okay. MagFest is Music and Gaming Festival. It is basically in the name. It's a festival of music, games, and video game music. There's usually a big arcade section full of all kinds of classic and not-so-classic games. There's concerts, there's raves, you know, there's panels, like, there's all kinds of cool stuff. Whoa. Let's try again. Yeah, it is a blast. It's a 4-day con, too, so it runs from Thursday to Saturday. And it's in National Harbor, Maryland, which is a beautiful area just outside of D.C. So if you want to stay longer and go visit Washington, D.C., you absolutely can. It's in the winter time, though, so it's going to be pretty cold. That's the only downside of MagFest, is that the weather is very cold around that time of year. Yes, there we go. Whew. That was a good Stormy Ascent. This might actually be a gold split. I've kind of fumbled around a little bit, but this might actually be a gold split. It is. Now we just gotta not lose 3 minutes in the Great Hall. But yeah, the Gaylord National Hotel and Resort is where it's held. It is humongous. It is a hotel and convention center combined. Absolutely. It's amazing. Yo, Solo with the 2-month sub. Dude, thank you. Thank you for hitting that sub button. I do appreciate it. Does MAG have LAN parties? Yes, it does. MAGFest has a pretty big LAN room, actually. And there's definitely tournaments that happen all the time in the LAN room as well, if you're interested in competing. Wow. We turned something on. Holy crap, man. We turned on some rocket boosters or something, because that's a huge improvement.